Hey,
Time
everybody.
is always wrong. Hello, is anyone there? The time is always wrong. It's 11 a.m. What's 11:01 a.m. All right, Jenny. Oh, he's gone. Okay. So hi, everybody. Good
we
morning.
did pretty good to get here at 11:01 rather than 11:10.
We were busy. I was busy being attacked by phantoms and messing stuff up, which is just kind of how it goes. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to building over brunch. Yes, we named this weeks ago. Minutes
We did.
ago would be more accurate. And that's Brad right there. Brad at work. Brad the Builder. Brad the Third. He's Brad of many names.
If you're a day fly and you only live 24 hours, then 15 minutes ago would have been a couple of weeks relative. So we're right there, right?
Right. Building a swimming pool over here. Nice. Look at what they did here. They had this amazing ravine on their land, and they've glassed the whole thing over. So this can be a massive space underneath. Lots of resources in the walls. Cool. Like what you guys done with the place. You finished this since I was here last. Nice job. Yeah, look at all the iron and coal down in there. How deep does it go? Because you can find these ravines underground that are down in the diamond levels. And it's a lot easier to walk along and find diamonds sticking out of the walls than it is to tunnel for them. Did I lose you again? Did I lose your audio again?
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
There we go.
That was weird.
Yeah, it goes down to 14 or so.
Oh, see, you're right in diamond level. 5 to 15, I think, is diamond levels. So that's cool as hell. All right, so
most of our mines are already set down at 5.
I guess the basic idea today was we were going to basically show someone how to start a mine. What I can't remember, Brad, isn't there some standing water on your plot somewhere like that's more than 3 blocks deep?
Oh yes, sir. Yes,
like
sir. There certainly is. And I was gonna. Your head's right where mine is. I was gonna, after sitting in Telegram last night and seeing the trouble that everybody's having with their London plots that are over the ocean. I was just about to ask you if we could retool and maybe show people how to get above water.
Yeah, we can do
literally.
See, I have op command, so I can pretty much go wherever I want and do stuff. But
can I catch this turtle?
You can kill them and you put their shell on your head and it will let you breathe underwater longer.
But can I catch them and put them in my aquarium?
I don't. If you put, I think you can get them in a boat. I think you put a boat next to him. You can nudge him into a boat and do it that way. Or you can also breed turtles.
Yeah. Okay. Does a leash work with him? Because I've got a stack of leashes.
Don't think so.
Oh, I want to breed turtles. All right, I got sidetracked. If he's here now, he'll be back later. I'll find another turtle. So yeah, right. My border is that stone wall right there in the ground. So
right way. Oh, right there.
Yep.
Okay, so as long as we stay inside of that, we should be good, right? This is plenty enough. All right. So can I chop down a tree? Oh, that's see, I can because I have op commands. So we're going to do that. I'm going to take down a tree real quick because we need some wood. So basically,
your screen's not up.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. If I did that, man, what a professional. There we go. All right. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Top Shot Jungle's plot. This is pretty cool over here. Look at these tropical fish follow me wherever I spawn now.
Can you bring them into my boundary?
I probably can.
Because I can't catch them.
But they'll despawn when I leave. I think. I don't know. We're going to chop down some wood because I'm going to show you guys how to make a safe underwater mine entrance, which won't take too long. Let me just... I need much more wood than that. We'll take down one more tree just to be on the safe side here.
Yeah, if you want to clear that entire plot, go right ahead. I don't have permissions there yet.
Oh, it's not you over here?
Not yet.
Okay.
It's in our community pod, but it's not in our plot.
I see.
So until the gratitude NFTs are released, I won't have any permissions on this one.
All right. So basically, I'm going to just come over here to the shore, and we're going to make a crafting table, and I'll show you a couple of really nifty underwater tricks. First thing, let's get us some wood. Let's get us a crafting table. That's that.
Now, quick question though, for the folks that are in London that go over water, where are they going to get this wood?
Well, okay. I started calling it a cheaty way to do it, but it's not. When everybody has wood on their rail plot, and they probably don't even recognize it because we've told them repeatedly, don't mess with the rail. Make sure the rail is functioning. But what's directly under the rail is wood planks. So basically, if you chop those planks out and put the rail right back over some stone, you know what I mean? Replace the blocks you take out immediately. That's blocks of wood planks. 4 of those makes a crafting table.
Sounds
Right?
easy enough.
As long as you replace the wood with something under the wood, we got no problem with you. But you got to put it right back. Put it back right away. Now the next generation of rail plots, or rail sections. I hate to tell the older people this, but older people have been in this for 2 weeks. But the next set of rail plots will actually have a couple of trees on each one. So we're iterating. We're improving what you get when you get your rail section, and it'll also have 3 rails. It'll have a local, an intermediate, and long distance rail. So that'll help us with the cart collection problem that we've been having.
Good stuff.
So we're gonna conquer that beast right away. And we'll talk about that another day. I think Corey's got me going to do another video here, and Anders and Gary and I are the 3 that are working on that rail, the prototyping for that, and we should have something to show people by tomorrow. All right, so we got a crafting table, and we're gonna make doors, which is like so. Now, depending on the type of wood you use, the door changes, but they all have a special property underwater that's pretty interesting. When you put a door in the water, place one right here shallow where we can all see it. We don't have to do that, do we? There we go. When you open the door underwater, it makes an air pocket. See that?
Hi guys, I'm breathing here.
And your bubbles are not decreasing. Mine aren't.
Not even a little bit.
That makes an air pocket. So what you can do then is get out here where the water is a little deeper. And you always, when you're working underwater, you always want to carry food with you because you will probably take some damage because you get stuck under something or above something. So we're going to go out here to the deep part where you can't quite see the bottom, and I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. I'll place the door. You can see my bubbles decreasing. That's the amount of time I have to spend underwater. When I step into the pocket, I'm now out of the water, and I am fully recharged. So what I like to do, and I didn't bring one with me, is to put a jack-o'-lantern or a sea lantern down here on the bottom. It lights it up. Jack-o'-lantern is a torch, and you have to clip the pumpkin before you harvest it. Basically, oh, Brad at work drowned. We lost your audio again.
How does there we go.
I don't know.
I'm gonna unplug and replug my USB sound card real quick. Just reset it.
Yep. So basically, you make a jack-o'-lantern by pumpkins. When you're growing them, you use a pair of shears. You right-click on them, it makes a jack-o'-lantern face. The jack-o'-lantern plus torch equals an underwater light, and they work very well. So that's something you can do for future. Okay, so now we got an air pocket here on the bottom, and there's going to be a problem. If I dig this spot right here, the door is going to despawn, right? So we want to dig outside of the air pocket. So we got the sand out. That looks like it's some sort of stone right under it. So we're going to make a pocket a few deep there. Okay, now I'm in danger because I'm out here in the water. I'm going to keep going down a little more. Why isn't it going down any further than that? That's weird. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to plug the hole at the top over my head, and the water will drain out. Now we're safe again. See what we got there? Now I was a tiny little chamber under the water. And then we make a room. Now, if there's soft material above you that'll collapse, you could be in danger of letting water back into the room again. If that happens, if you hit a sand block and it collapses, get out of there right away. Place another stone block in, and you've got yourself a safe shelter underneath the water now. Oh, there you go. That's exactly what I was looking for. See, the sand will collapse and it will let water in if you destroy all the sand. See that? So we just want to put a block back in that spot. Now we've got ourselves a little air pocket. And we're just going to make a very tiny room here. And we can decide where we want to go from here. We might as well do the whole thing from down here. Brad, do you want to come in and join me in the underwater chamber? We lost your audio again. I'm showing you muted. Wait a minute. Let's try that. Can't unmute your guest. Their mic isn't connected. That's what it say. No good. Did it maybe change your mic to a different input when you unplugged it? Is it still telling me I can't unmute you? I'll tell you what. I'm going to keep talking, and you try and wrangle that. But I left the hole open there in case you want to jump back in again. And what I'll do is make a little pocket here, so I've got no water in this corner. So basically, we're gonna mine out just a little bit, make a bigger room. We want room to roam around.
Can you hear me now?
Done. Yeah, I got you now.
There we go.
All right. So
I don't know what it was. I just unplugged it and plugged it back in 3 or 4 times.
You can just jump down through the hole. There's an air pocket now.
Awesome.
Now I did this the other day from somebody's rail plot. So I'm sorry if this is a retread for you, but it is what it is. Oh, you know what? And I didn't bring any torch materials with me because I'm a genius. But what you want to do is from down here, we're going to hit F3, and it shows us on XYZ coordinates on the left side of your screen. Shows us at 43, that's the Y coordinate. That's vertical. That's from bedrock. Bedrock is 0. Bottom of the world is 0. Sea level is usually 63, 64. So what we know is we want to go as far down as we can because diamonds occur from bedrock up to level 15 or 16. So we want to go as low as we can and make a floor. So I'm going to go ahead and start mining downward. Brad, if you wanted to, is it dark out? I don't want you to die out there. I left some coal in that chest that I put out, and that way we could make some torches. We're probably going to need more torches than the ones I brought out with us.
Oh, I think I've got a stack on me.
Oh, nice.
I've got a half a stack. I'll go get a couple of stacks and come back.
So forgetting the bedrock fastest.
Do me a favor and make enough room for me to get over those couple of cobblestones that you've got there around the water, because I'm getting stuck through the pocket. Perfect.
Yeah, I don't want to take any more out of the top because it was sand up there and I wanted to collapse on us.
Yeah, no, that's a good way for us to all just drown and die.
Yeah. But there's got to be a better way. A trapdoor would work, and I didn't bring. Oh, wait, I got enough stuff to make another crafting table down here.
Y'all, just in case any of you have landed in London and are freaking out because you're on a survival plot and you're concerned that you're not going to be able to do anything, I installed Minecraft 3 weeks ago and had no idea what to do with it. So you can definitely get some stuff built. Once we finish showing y'all, Greg will walk you around the Top Shot jungle plot a little bit and show you what I've managed to figure out in 3 weeks. And really all you've got to do is just kind of pay attention to these videos and we'll get y'all where you need to be to survive.
And make this trapdoor work a little better so we can in and out. That'd be good.
Good stuff. Some sticks.
We do it that way. There we go. Now when you get to the bottom of the hole, you can just hit the trapdoor, Brad. You should be able to drop right in.
Awesome. I will be there in just a moment. I've actually got some charcoal that I'm going to use up to make these. Right
on. So a couple of considerations while I'm down here talking about this. To get the bedrock fastest, you can make just a 1 wide, 2 high mine shaft or mine ladder, mine staircase. Or if you want to get really fancy, 2 wide and 3 high. That way you've got room to put steps in later. I usually don't mess with that one. Well, see, there I am dropping sand on my own head again. There we go. That plugs that up. So basically, what you want to do is standing in front of the wall, looking at eye level. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're just going to repeat that pattern over and over again all the way down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Greg, wouldn't it be faster if you just mined straight down? Yes, that's the really fast way to die in lava. Because if lava's under you and you're mining straight down, you are going to fall right in it. So doing it this way, you've got a safe step. And in fact, you can actually knock out more than one level at a time from one step. See, I've just knocked out 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Torch. You want torches all the way down because otherwise what's going to happen is Mobs are going to spawn behind you on the stairs, and that's no bueno. I mean, unless you like getting eaten by zombies. I think we should be given a prize every week, every month for the person that gets killed the most.
I really don't need you guys sending me that much free stuff, honestly.
Well, it was Anders. It was Anders was the first weekly leader, but that's because he was spending more time in the game, I think, than just about anybody in survival mode. So,
torches behind you.
Right on. So I'm just going to keep
place them.
Oh, no worries. You can't place them?
Nope. I don't think, unless. Oh, nope. I lied. I thought for a second.
You outside your zone?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's not going to be much fun for you. I must have gone the wrong way.
I'm watching and learning.
All right,
I'm
so
still 100% of a noob.
Checking F3, we're at level 24 now. So we got, about 20 steps left to go. So I'm just going to keep burrowing into the earth here. Yeah, I haven't gotten used to plot limits yet because
you don't have any.
I really don't. I've been building on unlimited amounts of land for as long as I've been playing Minecraft.
Oh, and you've spent so much, like when you came over to do our auto farm, it's just like, hey, let me come build you an auto farm, and
zoop,
there it is.
Right. So this is the other reason we don't mine straight down, because there's a cave down here. There's a big ass cave down here, and the problem with that is it's probably full of mobs, Brad. So
that's okay. I have a sword and
no light at all now because I
far too much bravado. Oh no, I got plenty of light. There's lava.
What could possibly go wrong? Oh, there's also water in here. So that's cool.
Real quick, y'all. This is what we call an obsidian farm.
There's a torch over here. This must be the edge of your cavern or something. Somebody's been down here.
Oh, did we find the corner of my life?
See that torch? I didn't place that torch.
Yeah, this is my obsidian farm.
Nice.
One of them. I've got a few going.
Okay. So we're gonna did I get lost here? Yeah, we're gonna go back to where we came in because I want to keep going down towards the bottom towards bedrock. Geez, talk much. Let's see.
Don't mind me. I saw a squirrel.
All right. So the first thing we want to make sure we do is that we're we're lighting up as we go. We're making steps in case we have to leave in a hurry. It can happen.
Oh, I can build here.
We go back into the lava. Yeah, that's going to be. Let's do this. We're kind of safetied up from into that mess, and we just keep going down.
I found the edge of my plot.
Right nice.
Here. I can go here.
I can't go here. There we go. Okay, now we're safely down. Let's see where we are level wise. Now, one of the things is, I have the captions turned on the right hand side of my screen here, because if you can't hear something, you can at least tell which direction the sounds are coming from. So I know there's lava on my left.
That has saved me from popping open a wall full of lava so many times.
Or mobs. You happen into a spawner and you can hear them groaning through the walls. So it's good to know. Where are we at? Level 6. We're almost down to bedrock. We'll start. Whoa. Yeah. That's as far as we're going to go right there. Let's see. That's where are we at? This is level 5. So that's as low as we ever want to go because the bedrock is not even. It's anywhere between 1 and 5. So there's little pock marks on it. We want a flat floor because we're tidy organisms. We like tidiness. But we know, oh shit. Yeah. See, this is going to be an interesting little room to create right here. See how much room I can give us. Yep, more lava.
Follow me over here.
I have another. Yeah, I carry a bucket of water with me when I come down here because once in a while you catch fire, and being able to extinguish yourself is a generally good plan. All right, so this way looks safer. So we're gonna carve out a room, and what we're gonna do with this room down here at the bottom is we're gonna put down a crafting table. We're gonna put down a double chest, and a smelter eventually. And what that means is we don't have to carry everything back up to the top every time we fill up our inventory. And most of the mines that I've built in survival mode, I keep a bed down here. So if I do get killed, I respawn down here somewhere close to where my stuff is. I don't have to go running back to wherever I've done the mining thing. So there you go. There's our little, this is basically just a little starting mine chamber right here. And that's your first mine. And it's been, look, we built a safe mine underwater. How cool are we?
Now,
And,
once we get to this point where you've got a mine shaft and you've got a beginning room, what should we do from here in order to efficiently maximize our resource finding?
good idea. Good question. Basically, I drive a long, straight, 2 high, 1 wide shaft in one of the cardinal directions, northeast, southwest. I'll put one on each wall. Now, this is good. We know this wall is going to be tricky because we know there's lava. Now that we've replaced that with cobblestone, it's pretty easy to see where there's problems, right? But since we didn't need lava going this way, we'll come to this back wall. We'll kind of center up and we'll just go. And the way I do this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the max range of your pickaxe, right? And I'll go and I'll put a torch on the right hand side at the top. When I get to 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then this, I'll put the torch at the bottom on the right hand side. I always torch on the right hand side going out. That way I know which way is back towards the start. That's an easy way. Well, it's that I'm not going to guarantee you won't get lost, but it's a pretty good start. So now I'm 10, right? This marks 10. So
you're going to get straight lost on my plot because I do the exact opposite of you. I put them on the left-hand side on the way out.
Right.
That way, when they're on the right, it's the right way home.
All right.
That's how I remember it.
Yeah, that's the nautical way too, right? On boats, it's right on the right returning when you're looking at channel markers.
Yep, and that's where it got drilled into my head, was going in and out of the intercoastal down around Palm Beach.
Yep, I am familiar.
14-year-old kid in high school, my mom's boss is like, "Here, you drive the boat." All right.
Yeah, I got a really funny story about that. Right, I'm from the Gulf Coast. I mean, I was born down there, but I learned how to boat up here near Tampa Bay, and in the Gulf, the water is very shallow. Like where I live north of Tampa Bay, you get a foot of depth for every mile offshore. So you want 5 feet of water, you almost got to be 5 miles offshore, and then it slopes off a little more. But so our channel markers, near shore, we see channel markers all the time.
Yeah, and they're not a suggestion. You need to stay in them.
Well, the first time I was out there where you're from in the Atlantic, I was in the little boat with my dad, and I looked at the horizon and I saw a black vertical, so channel marker. It's just what I'm used to seeing out there, right? And a freaking nuclear submarine surfaced about 100 yards away from us. It was it was the radar mast of a submarine. It was like, holy shit, that was unexpected.
You just stand there like, what the did I do wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, they make a very big wake too, by the way. You think of submarines as not being like ships, but they displace a lot of water.
Displacing a lot of water down there.
All right, so this is far enough. Basically, so we make a long straight shaft like this. I don't mind any of this stuff out as we come in, but now we're going to do what's called branch or feather mining. Okay, so we're down here in the diamond levels, and what we want to do is we want to drive, just standing here, drive 5 in, and if I see anything in that hole, then I'll go ahead and drive the bottom half of it out. But I don't necessarily do that every time, and I probably miss some stuff, but it doesn't wear and tear on your tools quite so much. Okay, so there's nothing there. So then we do the
wear and tear on your tools, he says, with his unbreakable diamond pickaxe.
Oh no, it's breakable. It'll wear out. Well, for our purposes, I'll just do them both. So, but I have this, like, my personal quirk is, if I do find something in there, I'll go to the end of it and go 5 more. You know what I mean? It's like if I hit something, I'll mine it out and go look and see if there's more. And that way we're covering as much ground as we can. And when we're done with this, I'm going to go ahead and show from spectator mode what it looks like underground. And the reason we're doing them 2 apart, okay, instead of just every other one, is if I drove a shaft here, drove I guess there's an adit here, I can already see what's here. You know what I mean? If I did one here, it'd be wasting axe strokes because But so we leave a 2 gap between every shaft. That way, I can see these blocks from this side, and I can see these blocks from this side.
Each step is showing you 4 blocks.
Pretty much.
Every single cut you take is showing you 4 blocks.
So I could miss, by not doing the bottom halves, I could miss some stuff. That's true. But because we're right down here on the bedrock,
right, it's not as
a lower
crucial
chance of us missing stuff. So when I'm down here on this bottom layer, I usually don't do the bottom half. Okay, and then just the same thing. We just come right across from it and do another 5. Boy, there's nothing down here so far. 1, 2, there's 3. Okay, so now there's gold ore, right? So we're gonna go ahead and mine in this, right? Take all the gold ore out and go to the back end, and then hang another torch and go fight. Well, that's dirt now.
And we're gonna leave a chest down here with the materials that we've mined out for those of you that are concerned we're stealing resources from somebody's future plot.
Right. Somebody's going
to the resources will stay here. Somebody's going to get very lucky when they pop onto this plot.
Yep. So that's basically how branch mining works. And basically it's a pattern kind of mining. So you can see as much as you possibly can and not miss many chances to get diamonds. What you're really after down here is diamonds. Now, so because I only went too high, when it's time to do something else, I'll go back to let's go back to the main room now. We'll go ahead and back that way. And I'll show you guys another little trick of mine. See, and I mine the stuff that's in the top and the sides on my way back out.
There's some lapis back there.
Oh yeah, did I miss that?
It's in the roof.
Dang. Okay, so once we're in here, if I were going to let's say I'd mined as much as I want from these 4 directions, maybe 100 in each direction. Now I'm going to come up the stairs, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to make another room right here. See what's going to happen now?
And what this is going to do is leave our floor that's above the mine shafts you've already run and allow us to branch out on top of them and see anything that's above that.
Even if it's offset by 1, that's even better. That means you're covering that much more of a sort of lattice work. And you can get 3 of these in the diamond levels. 3 of these 2 highs gets you to, I don't know, level 13, something like that. You should be able to see everything up to level 15 by doing it this way. You gotta hold that pick down. Oh, you can't mine here. That's right. I forgot about that.
I was just entertaining myself.
Yeah, so there you go. That's the basics of branch mining. And like I said, I always put there's a couple of things I do. I do put a crafting table down here because things like redstone and the ores are compressible into blocks, right? And so you can take up a lot less inventory room by going and making blocks out of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Not blocks of coal, blocks of iron bars, whatever it is. So that's a much better way to get all that stuff set up there.
I love the fact that you just go and throw the patterns in there to make stuff where I'm looking through
I don't
the
know all of them by
constantly.
heart, but I know quite a few of them by heart. I'm going to I'm putting some stuff in this chest for whoever comes along later. You cannot have my 19 blocks of redstone. I've been busy mining this one. Let's leave you a bucket of water, a couple of signs, and some chicken, because that's just the basics, right? So eventually, one more thing.
Put that sword in there. They're going to want that sword.
Yeah, definitely, especially with that open cave right above us, right?
Yeah, you're going to want that sword.
Okay.
Like, whoever gets this plot, the first thing you do when you get on it is come down, find this chest, and equip that sword.
Yep. So I always leave at least 1 smelter down here. Sometimes 2, because you can do gold and iron at the same time. But that way you can cook the resources right here. You don't have to carry everything up as ore. Process as much of it as you can down here. And honestly, I end up staying down here for days at a time, respawning in and mining from these kinds of places. If this is a rail plot, will he be stopped from mining someone else's rail plot? Yes. You will hit the edge, and we're out of Brad's property now. So when he tries to mine the walls, nothing happens.
Yeah, it looks like
this. Get to the edge of your plot. That's what we'll do. So there you go. See, so that's no bueno. So there you go, man. That's how
you do them. That's your beginner mind. Now, for those on the water plots,
yeah,
how do they get something they can build on the water?
Well, okay. Let's go back to the surface and let's scope that out. Question. Yeah, this guy's got a good start here with the 2-level thing going on. Oh, I left one too many blocks there. There we go. You can you will need three high if you're going to put steps in here to make it easier to walk up and down, make it quicker. You will need it 3 high because the steps will take up too much room and you won't be able to get through the holes. But just to get down to the bottom levels, that's the fastest way to do it. Is just go one wide, 2 high, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 all the way to the bottom. All right,
and then you can come back later and widen it out and build your grand staircases.
Yep. See, and no danger. And that's, I mean, you know, the ocean depths, I think 15 blocks is the deepest you're going to find in the entire game. So as long as you get down there and put a door on the bottom right away, you'll have plenty of time to get to the top and get back down again. Giant squid. Okay, so this,
I can't kill it.
Considering that the maximum depth is 15. Okay, you're going to need to find out how deep the water is, where you're going to be doing your thing, and by going all the way to the bottom. And basically, you just make a block tower here that goes to the top. Now you have 1 block out of the water.
That's all you need.
That's it. As long as 1 block is sticking up out of the water. Oh, I just kind of trapped you.
Oh, you're good.
Now you got a platform, right? And you can hold down your shift key and back up and do this, right? So you can just, you know, that's it. Once you have 1 block sticking up out of the water, if it's a rail plot, you just build it off the side of the bridge,
right?
You don't need to go to the bottom. You just just make sure that the platform is at the water level and not 1 up, because you can't get out of the water if you made it too high here at the edge. You jump in. Now you're going to have trouble. You're going to have to lay more blocks to get up to the surface. You know what I mean? You can't jump out here. You'll have to make a platform edge. There you go. That's that.
And one thing to keep in mind when you find a plot that you think you're stuck on, like if you're stuck, the T button on your keyboard will open up your ability to chat to everybody in the world.
Yeah.
Ask for help. Ask for help. I promise your neighbors, for the most part, are going to be neighborly.
Yeah, but y'all need to quit asking for teleports just because you got stuck. I'm getting a lot of that lately. It's like, figure it out. You know.
I mean, to be fair, if you fall down a hole on somebody else's plot, you're stuck. There's nothing you can do except wait to starve.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. All right,
I got stuck in one of Anders' llama traps.
I remember that. Yeah.
Fortunately, he was still awake. I caught him literally on his way to bed.
I was surprised to find out that, like the other day, Jimmy didn't know the jack yourself up trick. You stand on a spot. Okay, you look up directly down the ground, hop up, and when you're at the top of the hop, place a block.
That's one of the first things I figured out, because I got over here and I was like, I can't fly to get my screenshots. How am I going to take pictures aerial? And I was like, oh, I can get up like 60 blocks.
I don't think there's any bamboo in this server either, because that way you could make scaffolding at least.
I haven't seen any yet.
A lot quicker.
I got excited because I thought I had found some, but it was just sugarcane.
Sugarcane, which is.
And then I got excited again because I could make books out of it.
Yep. So there you go, man. That's the basics of how to start a safe mine. We started one underwater. Of course, it's a lot easier if you don't have to try and drown to start your mine. But that's it. Just, you know, basically make an entrance shaft. I like to build a little hut over mine if I'm going to do them on the ground. That way I don't get mobs wandering down. The little hut with a door, so you have an indoor entrance to your mine. Dang, Brad, you've done a great job around here, man. This is really sweet.
Yeah, can I share my screen? I want to show off a little bit. If
hell
right.
Yeah! Let me drop mine. Should be good to go.
Screen sharing works best on a good computer. Well, I'll do what I can.
Yeah, StreamYard's getting uppity with you. Listen to that.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to build a rig, and it's y'all's fault. I'm going to drop $3,000 on a new computer. And
well, I got some help with this one. Crown and CSX helped get me the computer so I could build out Crownlandia for Lisa Chandler.
Oh, that's awesome. I
in
don't have the
Boston.
skills that anybody will hire me to build stuff for them. All right, my screen's shared. Can you pull it up into the
Oh, yep.
studio?
Forgot I had to do that. There we go.
All right, guys. So, like I said earlier, I started playing, and it's time really flies when you get involved in the NFT space. So it hasn't been 3 weeks. It's been 5 weeks now. I lost track of 2 weeks in my pandemic world that we live in now.
Time is now meaningless.
So this massive hill that is now a cliff y'all see in front of us came out a little bit past where this fence line is now.
Wow.
And keep in mind, when I installed Minecraft, I had never played this game before. Corey was kind enough to put our gratitude monument the first spot that he thought looked good for it. So it was on a little bit of a ridge on that hill. So I'm building around this because I don't want to destroy that. But over the past 3 weeks, I've managed to, through YouTube videos and little tips and tricks and kindness from the community, to get to the point to where, so this is my enchanting room. I have my enchanting table, which is 2 obsidian, 3 obsidian, 2 diamonds, and a book.
I can't remember.
Something like that. It's in the middle of the room. I have my bookcases, which
notice he's got to be 15 bookshelves.
Yep, which is 3 books a piece.
Each shelf has to be one away from the enchanting table, so that's perfect placement. It's like the letter C on its side. You can put more shelves in here and it'll look cool, but they won't do anything.
Yeah, they don't do anything.
But
I thought it looked cooler to have the glass looking in.
He's got the anvil here, and he's got the grinding wheel and a crafting table, and that's important because some things to combine, like enchanted books and tools, you need an anvil. To disenchant things, you need the grindstone. How that comes into play is if you make yourself a bunch of wooden tools, you can test what the next enchantment will be, and if it's not something you want, you can burn that enchantment on a wooden tool.
And I'll show you all how that works real quick here.
Kind of thing. So that's a good way to scroll through the enchantments and only get the ones that you want. The one that's absolutely the most valuable is a mending book or mending enchantment. If you get mending, you are a hero.
And what he's talking about with re-rolling. So if I come in here, you need lapis for your enchantments as well. Lapis lazuli. So I'm going to throw in this iron pickaxe, and I get an option between Fortune 1 or Efficiency 1. I can't get Efficiency 4 because my enchantment's not at level 30 yet. I don't want Fortune 1 or Efficiency 1. So I'm going to use a stone pickaxe for this. And I'm going to go ahead and enchant it with that Efficiency 1, pull it back out. And then I'm going to go to my grindstone right here in front. I put the stone pickaxe back in with the enchantment on it. Pull the pickaxe back out unenchanted. I will receive back about half of the levels that I spent on the initial enchantment. And then when I go to enchant again with my iron pickaxe, I get a different set of options. So here I get Efficiency 1 and Unbreaking 1 now, which is still not what I'm going to be looking for. I'm looking for at least a level 2 to start out on this. So I can continuously keep re-rolling those enchantments with that stone pickaxe until I get the one that I want. Keep an eye on your levels while you're doing it, though, because you may eventually get too deep. You want to make sure that you're not just blowing through your levels. You still have phantoms. If you don't sleep, these guys come for you. And these guys are relentless. One of the other things that I've done here that's real fun that you guys can do, and this actually wasn't even that difficult. Once you get sand, you can throw it in the smelter and make glass. This is our mine entrance. We've built a large above ground aquarium above it, completely encased in glass, so that once I get the sea lanterns down in there and get it lit up, you'll be able to see through the whole thing throughout the day.
Really cool.
I only have 2 salmon in it right now because they were the most readily available fish, and I had to teach myself how to catch them.
Bucket of water.
Yep. So I caught them. Once I get a chance to find some tropical fish, this aquarium is gonna get a lot more interesting.
That's really neat.
I replaced the normal blocks with granite stairs so that you can get up and down faster. You walk faster on staircases than you do on just your cut-in levels.
Also, you don't use any food when you're on stairs.
Oh, that's awesome.
If you're running up at high speed on full blocks, it uses a little bit of your food.
You see here where that cuts off. I'm still working my way down in
Yep.
here.
Yep.
This is where you get down. This is my obsidian farm. I was able to channel running water down into here.
Nice. Yep.
And create a large pool there. And I have lava just a couple of blocks away. And all I have to do, I will pull up this obsidian, run back over here, and then I'll take this block out. I should use a pickaxe. And when that block comes out, the water will spread out over those blocks and make more obsidian. And I can just keep doing that forever and ever ad infinitum.
Very nice.
And then we'll get down a little bit deeper. So right here,
I can't believe you've only been playing this game for like a month. That's really good stuff.
So right here we're at 11.
Roar is in our comments. We have a famous Uplift artist in our comments now.
Do we do?
Who is that? You know who he is, right? He makes all those the rotating the rotating NFT images.
Yes.
James Parker, how do you sleep when you need everyone on the server in bed, or is that to only fast forward? Yeah, if everyone on the server sleeps at once,
the night will pass.
You skip the night cycle. There is a plugin to make it so only a percentage of people need to sleep. But when I brought that up, I got told that was for noobs and we shouldn't have to worry about it. Yeah. I think it'd be really handy if like 5 of us slept, everybody could skip the night cycle. But yeah.
And here you can see where I'm going through to a part. There were some resources that got mined out that weren't in line, but as you can see, I'm just working over 2 over.
Nice. Yep.
And I'm working the branch mining here, the feather mining, and just going through and collecting. And that's one of the things is like I spent the first week in game just muddling around trying to figure it out. And then one of the mods from our Discord server from the jungle joined me in here to help build and was like, "What are you doing, mate? No, here, let me show you how to mine." And this is just our mine. This is all under that ravine that you can see from the surface. Oh, this is underneath a river. We can't go up there anymore. It'll flood the whole. It'll flood everything. I started making a river without paying attention to where everything was.
Right.
And things got interesting real fast.
Yeah, you can fix that stuff. You can work a little while underwater. And one of my favorite things to do now is, I think I went the wrong way. One of my favorite things to do now is to make rooms with glass walls. Like I have over in Chicken Ka.
You went with it. You tried to take the torches to your left to get up, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I absolutely did.
There you are.
Yeah, I found you. There's another loop around back there. But over in Chicken Ka, under the mayor's house, there's a massive glass wall that looks out on an underwater ruin and some statues. So I like making glass walled rooms or underwater rooms. Having grown up where I am, there's a place here called Homosassa Springs, and they have a famous underwater fishbowl. Basically, you walk down some stairs and you're in a big glass room surrounded by manatees and fish in the springs. And so that's just stuck with me since I was a kid. Every time I play Minecraft now, I'm building underwater rooms. Oh, here we are. We're in the wow.
We've talked about dropping a second layer of glass 4 blocks below or 3 blocks below and filling that entire thing with water. It's a possibility, but it's definitely a down the line future project for the jungle. Yeah. Right now, what we really wanted to do is there's a lot of really cool natural features that came straight from the seed on our plot, and we're trying to work in conjunction with that and preserve as much as possible.
Right.
That's why we went ahead and glassed up the ravine over the top instead of just coming out here and just strip mining the hell out of it, because that thing's going to look really cool. And we're also trying to plan towards the future. When you guys are working on your plots and you're finding your features, think about the fact that 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, most of us are going to be playing this with VR headsets or some sort of AR plugin. Yeah. So when you go walking across the top of that thing and look down through glass, it's going to be pretty nifty.
Way to light it up in here. That's nice. So looking at the natural feature, see how it's got like these ledges that run around the edge?
Mm-hmm.
Up there, when you're clearing one of these of mobs, basically walking along those ledges and placing torches, and that's the best way to get the minerals out of a ravine like this, is to sort of start near the, oh, look, hey, I found a zombie.
Yeah, I can't light up too. I can't light it up any further
Yeah, of
than
course.
where we've gone because where you see where the glass ends
That's really
there
cool.
is the
Yeah,
boundary of the Top Shot jungle plot.
nice. So
I
yeah, walk
actually need to
along these
wall this
ledges
up.
and lighting them up as you go and mine resources out is a really good way to, you don't have to wear out as many tools, but it is risky because of the mobs. These are when you find these underground, they're loaded with mobs, and mobs will walk off a ledge and land on you, and you can often hear them splat if they miss you. But you want to work from the top to the bottom when you're trying to light up one of these big ravines. These ravines occur anywhere from bedrock up to the surface. You can find some of these, as this one does, that have entrances at the surface. Now, when 1.17 happens, we're going to be a while before we get to the new caves and cliffs update. But the bedrock level is going to drop to like 300.
Ooh,
So there'll be a lot bigger cave systems. Some of them with underwater lakes and rivers, and that'll be pretty interesting. That's going to change how everybody plays.
now will that affect people that are already on maps, or will that just be in effect for future
They're
map? Like,
saying
will
they're
there
going
suddenly
to
be a giant cavern further underneath the ravine on the
they're
jungle
saying
plot?
what's taking so long with this update is to integrate that update into existing worlds without doing damage. There'll probably be some things that are lost, but basically, if you think about it, Bedrock starts at 0. None of us
Right.
really mine under 5, so there will be a little
Speak for
marriage zone there
yourself.
where they'll get rid of the bedrock and it'll just remain solid. So you might find that you're at the top of one of those massive caves when you poke one hole down and you look and see a dark chasm below you. And there's also apparently a super scary new mob type. He's like a blind Bigfoot that is almost
Ooh,
unkillable. And when he gets close to you, he homes in on you by the sound you make. When he gets close to you, all your torches flicker and go out. So you have to fight him
that's
in the
awesome.
dark down here at the bottom of the world. That's pretty scary.
Y'all can see from here that's where the underground waterfall is. This is
Nice.
also where the opening to above ground ends. So we're actually going to clear this out and do some pretty neat stuff over here around this pond that we're creating underground. As you can
Nice.
see from underneath the waterfall enclosed in glass coming down the staircase.
Yeah, I'm gonna swim right up it. Oh, that's beautiful, man.
And from here you can actually take this all the way up like an elevator
Yep.
and you'll end up back in the aquarium and we've got a little exit for you here.
Nice. And you
And now
guys
we're
have a
back
great
above
time over
ground.
here. So who's helping you with this?
So
Oh, we lost you again. It's a mystery who's helping him. Still got nothing. So I'll keep talking here. I was funny. I'm watching the game chat, and Sue is talking about going back to London because she's enjoying playing with mobs. She was terrified of the mobs a week ago. Like it's great to watch her modify and learn enough about the game that now I got you.
okay. Yeah, the only
Yeah.
person that we've got in here right now is like I said, the mod from our community over the jungle, Ilrith. Um I need to get on Reddit. Like I'm taking applications. I've got room for one more builder to come in here and help us. I'm taking
Right.
applications. I need to get on Reddit and start doing some real hardcore hunting for it. Um, if anybody's on the show right now that wants to come in and give the jungle a hand with our development, shoot me over some examples of your work. Um,
Oh, I like the bridge, man. I hadn't seen that. That wasn't here last time I was here.
yeah, I made this last night.
Nice.
Uh, I wanted something, like I said, everything that we're doing is going to be south of this river. So where you see development happening now, where you see the job shack, the enchanting room, the aquarium, that's the area that we're going to develop. And this is our conservation area on the
Nice.
other side of the river.
I love
So
that we're
this is all
thinking
going to
like
be
that.
left the way that it is.
I love that we think like that. We want conservation areas in our digital world, right?
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, it's so important to conserve our actual world that if we just come in here with the idea that everything in here is renewable and infinite and we can just live however we want, then
Right.
we'll end up projecting that same attitude outside of the game. And I want to give an example of how I feel we should be trying to develop moving forward with more, you see, like I've integrated the trees into the buildings on the aquarium and up on the top of the job trailer. There will be a lot of natural works that are incorporated into our construction moving forward. There will be some actual live growth. I eventually want to get some coral reef into that aquarium, things of that nature, just showing
Nice.
that it is possible to develop for human consumption and comfort without destroying that which came before you.
What a beautiful plot, man. You guys are doing a great job.
I appreciate it. We're getting there slowly but surely.
This is the I don't, maybe it sounds elitist. I don't mean it that way. I just can't see the fun in creative mode. I can't get my head around. This is for me, knowing that you had to fight and struggle and build and change and terraform.
Y'all, I've lost 3 dozen diamonds before they turned on the keep your inventory feature.
Right.
And the best part, like I lost, and I think it might have been you. I lost a batch of them in the middle of the night when the mobs first got turned on. I got attacked by a bunch of zombies and was running backwards and ended up falling into a pool of lava. And it might have been you because I just threw out in the chat, God damn it, I just lost 2 dozen diamonds. And you're like, do you want me to bring you some more? And I'm like, no, I don't want you to bring me some more. I'm going to go find some more because that's how the game works. Like, I just want to bitch for a minute. Can I just bitch for a minute?
Yeah. Well, there was a guy that got really rambunctious in the Telegram chat the other night about losing his villagers that he had poached from somebody else's land.
Right.
And I got a little sticky about that. And I didn't think about this in the moment, but Jennifer J-Bar, the artist, and her husband Russ, they had dozens of villagers over near the cathedral. They built that amazing full color Technicolor village. They had all of those villagers traded up to the maximum levels. And underneath the volcano, Russ has built a villager city under there. All that's gone. All of those villagers gone. And so I didn't feel a bit bad for a guy that, had rustled some villagers and lost them. What are you going to
do? You see that giant column of cobblestone off in the distance?
Yeah.
That's my southwest corner.
I gotcha.
Yeah, that's our southwest corner. I'm going to put the other 3 markers up probably later this week. I want markers on the 4 corners of the main plot.
There's a sunflower field over here.
I think that's just past the edge of my plot.
Dang, look at that. Look at all the sunflowers.
Yeah.
They follow the sun in the game too. Oh, you got bees over here. There's a bee.
Oh, I feel like I could use that for something. So whoever ends up as neighbors to the jungle plot, I have already shown my willingness to trade NFTs for in-game items.
There you go. There's beehive. So you can build a bee nest and you can carry a flower and probably lure him back to your property.
Okay.
Just saying.
Yeah, I brought a couple of llamas
over question here. About, is it rustling? Like if somebody's going to buy this plot and somebody's coming and taking all the animals off of it.
I mean, it's not rustling until there's an owner.
Right. They're just free cows for now.
And this gets off into all the swampland and everything. Yeah,
I just love the way Minecraft worlds look.
Pod's got some really good plots in it for sure. But yeah, and this is how I got to the corner. For those of y'all that don't know that are stuck in a heavily wooded plot and are having trouble getting around, cut your way up a tree, cut a staircase up through a tree, and get up on top of the canopy.
Yep.
Yeah, and you can walk across the leaves. Some birch. It's also a good way to get some really good screenshots in survival since we can't fly.
True enough.
All right, I've got side
right here in the middle of the.
Yes, Silk Touch. Silk Touch will get the beehive. Silk Touch will also be how you can get grass up to transplant. If you're building something with glass, you probably want to have Silk Touch before you get started because otherwise you're just going to have to break a block if you put it in the wrong place. And it'll
sea lantern, same problem. Yep. Yep. Well, Brad, we killed another hour.
We have killed another hour. It's been
That's
fun.
okay.
Before we go, if anybody has any questions that we created for you or that you were hoping to get answered that didn't get answered, throw them in the YouTube chat. If we don't get anything, we'll see you guys again next Monday where we show you how to build something else that'll keep you able to survive and thrive in survival.
Did you see that last message on my screen? You've moved 20,000 blocks in gratitude. Keep it up to meet your step goals. That's the reward message. So when rewards become active in this world, that's how you'll know that you're earning wax. That's the message you'll get to show you're earning wax.
Is there a timeline on that yet? Because I've heard a lot. I've seen a lot of questions.
No,
in the chat.
I'll tell you,
I don't have an answer for
I
yet.
stay out of that conversation with Corey and the devs, and just let them drop surprises on me. Just because I don't want them to think I'm asking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's my thing. Like I don't.
But I think a few weeks. I think within the next few weeks we might see that.
Like I've got so much other stuff that needs to be done here that the last thing I'm worried about is it ticking wax for me yet.
Well, I'll tell you where my wax reward is. I paid 75 USD for a land plot in the first sale, and the cheapest one I could find the other day on Atomic Hub secondary market was $535. I feel like that's a pretty good wax reward.
I paid $130 for a land plot on the secondary market the minute I heard about this project and get popped into the Telegram, and same thing. Like that's a
right. I mean,
that's a 3x return right off the rip, and it's in creative, so I don't know that I'm gonna be keeping it. I've got a couple of plots coming off the Chicken Caw NFTs that are in survival. And like I see these guys with 40, 50, 60 plots, and it's like, when are you going to have the time to develop those?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I could. Like I'm working. The smallest piece of land I've ever worked on is the 250 for the Chicken Caw Embassy, and of course we own the 50s around that as well. But yeah, we're doing a pretty good job of devastating the resources at the diamond level. Russ and I created a giant room that's 3 high and about 150 by 150 already. So
what I'm really thinking I'm going to do is when the Probe event launches, I'm going to try and get one of the larger plots, and then I could
next year. Yeah, that's a good plan.
Swap. Well, I'm looking. Well, no, because it's the Genesis probes. I'm hoping to be able to swap it to somebody with a Chicken Caw or a London plot.
Nice.
If I have one of the larger Genesis.
I'll tell you what, I'm so excited about the Chicken Caw. Not enough people have seen it yet, and we kept it that way on purpose. And there are some big things happening that I can't say more. Chicken Caw is going to be an awesome place to invest. We think we're building for the long haul.
That's awesome. That's what we're trying to do over here as well. Like we want to put something that's going to have value to the players long term.
Right.
That's why we kind of settled on the school university concept.
Right.
Where we can just constantly keep information on hand for people that are finding and learning about NFT projects for the first time. We want to give people a place where they can come and check that out without having to leave the game.
Yeah, I built a science and technology center by the original cathedral right off the bat to show people how to make an automated cactus farm and a sugarcane farm. You know, there's not a Chicken Caw in the comments. Chicken Caw.
Oh, that's the one thing that's what the other thing I wanted to show off that I forgot to. So Greg was kind enough to come over here about a week and a half ago and build me this automated farm. So what happens here is I plant hay, beets, carrots, or what's the third one?
Potatoes.
Potatoes. When they grow and they're ready to be harvested, I just hit this lever. Water comes out, washes them into that little canal there, and they all collect in this chest.
Drops them through a hopper into the chest, and you get crops.
So Ilris saw that.
Poisonous potato. Those are when you're making potions. When you get a brewing stand, finally, when you get to the Nether, and you can get a you'll need poison potatoes for some of the potions, and that's when zombie flesh becomes useful as well. So,
have they isolated the issue that's keeping the Nether from working correctly yet, or are they still working on that?
Still working on it. I haven't asked any direct questions. Again, I try not to get in their way. I'll let Dr. Wayne know that there's a problem with something, but I tend not to wade in too deep.
So when Ilrith, our mod that's building for us, got in and saw what you had done over there. He came over here and we popped this building up right here. And this leads down not to mines, but to our farms.
Nice. There you go. Oh, and he's got dispensers too. He's fancy.
Yep. And we're going to multi-level these.
Right on. Yeah. So it runs 7 to the drop off. You can make them run downhill forever. I've got a couple on the Chickasaw Embassy that are, I think, 5 and 6 successive levels. Right now, the big one I have is running both potatoes and carrots because I haven't built enough to do. We don't have enough room there yet to do more. But
this is our next level. Once you come down here, this will be the next level. And we're just going to stack these pretty much.
Yeah. I see what you're doing. Good job, man. You guys got it going on.
And like I said, if anybody that's in the chat has some serious Minecraft skills and wants to help to develop a community plot, send me some of your work. We'll take a look.
Beautiful. All right, man. I'm going to get out of here because, here's something.
We got things to do.
Lots of people didn't think about. I mean, my daughter is coming to watch Hamilton with me this afternoon.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun. Have you watched it yet?
Yeah, I have, and she has, but we haven't watched it together. Nice. And she's a theater kid, so we're gonna sit down and watch
Lafayette.
Get some takeout. That's it. What I missed. My favorite was I love Thomas Jefferson. David Diggs as Jefferson was just amazing. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to sit down with my daughter, watch some awesome musical theater, get some takeout. We haven't spent much time together because of the quarantine. She just got her second vax, I guess, a week and a half ago, and I'm a week away from my second one, so we feel pretty safe at this point.
Nice. I am. Wednesday marks a week for me from the second one, and my wife got her second one on Thursday. We've got a cabin in Breckenridge.
Nice.
It's next week.
Calling your name.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So on Thursday, I get to see not only Corey, but I'm probably going to get to meet Ken Bozak. He's going to be in Miami for the big crypto convention thing that's happening down there, and probably going to get to meet Ken. So
that's awesome. And you're in St. Pete. You're in St. Pete?
I'm north of St. Pete in Newport Richey, about 30 miles north of St. Pete.
I know exactly where it is. My mom lives in Riverview, and my sister lives in Fishhawk.
Yep. I'm just down the road from Weeki Wachee Springs. For people from up north, when you learned about Weeki Wachee and the Live Mermaid show when you were kids, that's basically, I live about 10, maybe 12 miles south of the Weeki Wachee River. So
we're all from Texas. We transplanted to Florida when I was in high school, and then I immediately left as soon as I could.
All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for us for today. Thank you, Brad, for having me along.
Thanks for joining us, y'all.
What do we want to do next week?
Whatever. Honestly, I think we should probably. I'm probably going to do the same thing that we did for this week. I'm just going to keep an eye on the Telegram and see what people are having trouble with, and whatever we see is the most common issue on the Telegram, we'll address it and show you guys how to get through it next week. Feel free. I'm in the Telegram as Brad the Third. Feel free to shoot me any questions you want. I'm also on Twitter at WeCanDrawThat. So feel free to DM me on there as well if you have any questions. And then the Brad the Third that you'll see in the Telegram is me across almost every social media platform that I have: Telegram, Discord. It's my display name on Twitter. So if you've got any questions, just give me a find and shoot me a DM. I'll answer them the best I can. If I don't have an answer, I'll let you know, and I'll try to find someone that does.
Beautiful. And we're what I get a little crabby about answering the same 5 questions over and over again. There are links to the Uplift.world webpage, which has an instructions page and a news page and a how to do things page. So try going and reading some stuff before you jump in the Telegram and ask the same question we've answered 8 times today, because it gets a little old.
That blog, I have talked to Jimmy.
I think answering that question again and again, it's time I can't be in the game. Raining down gifts upon your plot. So consider that.
And I know that the blog is going to be Jimmy's working on growing out the blog, so that's going to be ever growing and changing. And that's right. Like I said, if y'all have got a question that you're uncertain of, shoot me a DM if you see me on before you ask it in the main chat. And if it's something that's already been answered, not only will I answer it, but I'll direct you to the resources where it came from, so that you can probably get some of your future questions answered. And if it's something that's not in there, shoot me a DM and I'll answer your question, and then we'll work to make sure that we get it added to the blogs and to the information pages so that you don't have to ask so that future people don't have to ask the question.
Perfect. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. This has been building over brunch. I think that's our name now, and we're going to do this every Monday. Every Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern. That's our plan. So we'll see you next Monday, and I'll see you in the cubic world. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.